Oh, Graham, it's great to see that that talent that you gained at Strictly Come Dancing is still there, those skills that you worked so hard to craft. Well, now, from rumba in the jungle to deliciousness in the kitchen, HULETTS Sugar is bringing out all of the bells and whistles, ushering us into a weekend that is promising to be quite a joyous one. Now, with HULETTS, secret ingredients come with a touch of kindness, giving home cooks and bakers that edge. And today we're making something proudly South African. It's actually my favorite dessert, the classic Malva pudding. And using HULETTS sugar, which is grown with kindness, this recipe is guaranteed to taste even sweeter. And Mampumla is going to be here helping me to figure out how to actually get to making it, because it's, as much as I love it, I have not made it myself because I always feel like I don't have the, you know, baking is a thing that needs confidence.
Oh yes,
right?
Preciseness as well.
And precision as well, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to help me to navigate my way through this. So where do we begin with this Malva pudding?
So we begin here. These two ingredients are going to make you a pro. So this is the Clover Classic.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, fat spread and the HULETTS sugar.
Okay, so those are going to go in here. Are we going with the entire tub?
No, you put about 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons of that. Okay, let me open it up for you. And
so then you go in with the sugar, and I personally prefer the HULETTS one. The granules are nice and loose. You know, they don't clump together like you find in sugar sometimes. Even other sugars, like they are powdered sugar as well, also known as icing sugar.
There we go.
Also doesn't clump together.
Yes.
So you can also control the sweetness because, you know, you can only put a little bit at a time and it doesn't cling together.
Okay.
So that helps.
Now, when you're starting, I know that when it comes to baking, the temperature of ingredients is very important. So
they have to be at room temperature. Things like butter, milk, eggs, room temperature.
There we go. Okay. So we've got the start over there.
Sugar. Then you beat those together until they are
all
nice
of the sugar, right?
You can add half of the sugar.
About half. That's about half of it.
Take it easy.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start it out. Let me just quickly mix it up with this first, right?
So while you're mixing that, of course, your oven is at 180 degrees.
Preheating it, right?
Preheating it, moderate heat. When you place that casserole dish, you know, with a finished, almost finished product, it's ready to bake. There
we go. Okay.
Then you will put your eggs. Let me help with your eggs.
Okay.
One at a time, just like when you're making a cake.
Okay.
Yeah, Malva pudding is a cake. It's a form of cake that is usually wet.
So now here's my question. Why would you add the eggs one at a time? What's the reason behind that?
It gives it, you know, you want one egg to bind with the ingredients nicely, well incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah, than just to dump everything at once.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, you might miss some spots.
So once you've got that basic mixture going, is this where you go in with the hand mixer?
Yes, you can go with a hand mixer. You can do it 2 ways. You can do it butter and the sugar. At first, you cream those together, or you can drop all these ingredients.
Because they are all the wet ingredients. They work together.
Of course, the egg. You want to do the eggs, and then you can do the milk.
Okay. So I'm going to start off then with our hand
You just beat it until you see it's nice and smooth. Everything is kind of dissolved into each other.
And of course, the importance of not over mixing, right? That's also a thing.
That's also. So you know you're baking. Why did you say you're not that good?
There are times,
it's coming out now.
There are times when I'm not feeling too confident about it, and then I add the...
You go in with the milk?
Slowly. There we go. Okay.
So you need the milk, all of the milk, because it gives you the moisture. Then you go in with your flour.
The dry ingredients. There we go. This is where
the flour is what's going to bulk up your pudding.
And we can continue to add the other ingredients.
Yes, then you go in with your seasoning. You go in with your bicarbonate of soda, also known as baking soda, or bicarb. Orange, again, if you remember earlier in our segment, citrus, it does offset the sweetness, and it adds a nice tangy orange flavor.
Yes. And it's all coming together quite nicely to form this beautiful batter that I'm sure Zoe is going to love. What is that?
The must-have.
Oh, yes.
To give it that South African spin, the smooth apricot jam.
Okay. Okay. I tell
so
you
you're going to dump everything here.
Is that good enough?
It is good enough.
Oh, lovely. Ha!
You're getting better at this.
There we go. Okay, I'll let this hang over here, and then you can take over from there. And, of course, in the meanwhile, remember that HULETTS has an entire range of sugars that are grown with kindness, and they are perfectly suited for any homemade dish that is made with kindness. Their sugar crystals are designed for zero waste, and that the small crystals dissolve quite quickly, giving that instant sweetness. So, home bakers and cooks, this is your time to spread that kindness with HULETTS this Heritage Day. And so what are we doing over there?
So now we're making the sauce. So now we're baking the cake. Making the sauce, evaporated milk, butter. This is the HULETTS trickle sugar.
Lovely.
It adds that nice trickle flavor.
Yeah, the caramelly kind of.
Yes. Your vanilla.
Vanilla goes
Yeah, vanilla essence. Then for a nice spin, you give the almond, but careful with the almond. This is almond essence. You only add a drop. Yes, quite strong.
Okay, and then
you're going to stir this into a nice sauce. This comes out of the oven. You poke some holes.
Some holes in it?
Yeah, so that it can suck all that juice in, and you serve it.
That's quite delicious. Thank you so much, Mum Phumla. Always such a pleasure having you here and
Thank you, Kat. And I'm honored.
You at home can stand a chance of winning a HULETTS hamper valued at 1,500 Rand by simply heading over to our Expresso social media pages and answering the competition post. Now, what dish celebrates your heritage? Tell us that. And of course, don't forget to include the hashtag #MadeWithKindness. And you can enjoy more heritage recipes from HULETTS by signing up for their newsletter to download their heritage recipe book. Check out their website at www.hulettssugar.co.za for more information. There we go.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you. I'm going to have some of this batter for sure. It's looking delicious.